I'm Gunnar Branson. I'm the CEO and president of AFIRE, the Association of Foreign Investors in Real Estate. It's a mistake, I think, to believe that this is simply us coming out of the period of COVID. I think it's a lot more complicated than that. We are in a transition period, there's no doubt, and I think a lot of what we're hearing from AFIRE members is that we seem to be about halfway through this transition period. And by transition, I mean we don't know exactly where it's going, what is happening. We're still looking at valuations in terms of individual assets, and we don't know what they look like yet. We don't know exactly what kind of losses there might be, what kind of gains there might be. The market is opaque. We're not trading at this point. There's a certain illiquidity that has occurred, in great part in reaction to a global economic situation where we're seeing inflation, rising interest rates, and we're all holding back. On top of that, this year we've had a couple of very notable bank failures in the United States and in Europe. And there's question about the solidity of the entire banking system going forward. Now, we've been here before. Certainly in real estate, we go through a cyclical period where we have times of illiquidity, and this is usually the time when we discover the next generation of this business. This is where new ideas come in, new sources of capital, new ways to assess the value of the assets we have and to build value, especially within our cities. Right now, with return to work, it's become very apparent that we're overbuilt in the office market. And that's a lot of what we're seeing and people complaining and worrying about in terms of our cities and the health of our cities when no one is downtown, or it seems that way in a lot of cities. However, you are seeing more people come back down, but you also see a lot of offices that are clearly becoming obsolete. What's hard to get a handle on, that I think a lot of investors are still trying to figure out, whether they're domestic or international, is the combination of that migration trends that Parag Khanna has so eloquently written about and spoken about. Those things are shifting, and people do move around, and they're moving around more. So, you know, the U.S. certainly, in every headline, you're dealing with immigration issues. The United States benefits from immigration, certainly in the long term. This entire country was built on immigrants. So our ability to process refugees as well as economic immigrants that are coming to the United States and wanting to work here and wanting to build here, I think it's a very important social and economic challenge that we have. We have to look beyond our fear. We have to look beyond our uncertainty in terms of immigration. So depending on how we go politically and socially around immigration, if we make some progress in that area, I think we will benefit in terms of the U.S. markets and the economics of the market, and frankly, culturally as well, in terms of new ideas, new cultural perspectives, and how that continues to grow this country. What is often overlooked, maybe not by these investors, but by a lot of the discussion, is that we actually have to care about the full society. We have to care about that community, that neighborhood, before we could just build a building. Now we have to think a little bit deeper, a little bit farther about what we're doing. That's exciting. Again, it's not dramatic, it's not necessarily sexy, it's not a new technology that's going to change everything, and certainly there's a lot of technology that is impacting what we do in real estate, no doubt about that. It is more about the blocking and tackling of individual relationships with community leaders, individuals throughout the community, and the best real estate is interacting and collaborating with the community that it serves. The city is, by its very definition, a collaboration. It is a venture between thousands, if not millions of people to make a city kind of come together. It's almost magical because no one person is saying this is the way it should be. It's not the mayor that's telling you exactly how it's going to be. They're just trying to help facilitate what this organism is, this community of millions of people coming together to make their lives work, to make sure that they can get through another day, that they're healthy and happy and they're able to do the things they want to do. That is something that real estate can serve even better than they have in the past. We can be a leader in that process of collaboration with millions of people in every city.